Hello, my name is Barbette. I am a registered nurse and a holistic healthcare practitioner. I've been teaching about recognizing and preventing communicable diseases in childcare centers, businesses, and homes for about 30 years. And I am often asked about different ways to help not only prevent the spread of diseases, but also to help prevent you from getting the actual viruses and bacteria that you're exposed to. So we talk a lot in those classes about your immune system, how it works, and things that you can do to help prevent the spread of disease, but also to keep you from getting ill from what you're exposed to. And so apple cider vinegar always comes up, not necessarily that I bring it up, but somebody usually does. And so I have been asked many, many times about the drink that I make for myself and my family. And I will, when I post this, I will put a little bit of the history about how I learned about this about 25, 28 years ago and why we've been using it ever since. Okay, so we always use the apple cider vinegar that has the sediment at the bottom. I had already shaken it up. Those are the little fiber things and healthy probiotics that you definitely want to have. For myself, I use 2 tablespoons. For my husband, I use 1. I like the flavor. I've drank this for so long that I really have developed a liking for it. So I use 2 tablespoons. Use 1 for him. For somebody who's just starting to use this drink, I would start with 2 teaspoons. Okay? All right. The next ingredient that you need is local, raw, organic honey. You don't want any chemicals. You don't want it processed. You want it raw because if it's processed, all the enzymes that are in there are killed. You can study more about apple cider vinegar on your own. You can study more about raw honey on your own. But what I'm going to tell you is this is fantastic. So I call it liquid gold. You really just need a teaspoon. Resist the urge to use more, and I'll actually clean that up later. All right, second or third ingredient then, I like to switch back and forth between lemons and limes. So whichever one you're going to use, roll it on your counter for a good couple minutes so that all of those little pulpies inside there get loose and it releases the juices. Okay, so for each glass, I would use a half a lime, half a lemon, whatever it is that you're going to use. Squeeze this in here. And by the way, as I'm squeezing this, I do have to say, I wash my hands before I start this process, always. I always have, not just because Corona. I always wash my fruits and vegetables when I bring them home. So these have already been washed. So I'm rubbing the pulp against the strainer because I want to get every last bit of that lime. It's just so good and healthy for you. Then you need quality water. And when I say quality water, I mean if you only have your tap water, run it through a Brita filter, something like that, that's fine. Then I use Zuma, the X2O, and those little pouches in there, and I'll tell you all about that some other day, but those little pouches neutralize the chlorine that is in your tap water. It infuses your water with 72 trace minerals, and I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty darn important. So quality water. Now I'm going to clean the strainer, get all that lovely pulp and juice out of the strainer and into my glass. And I'm going to put about 4 ounces of water in there. You can use more if you like. Dilute it as much as you need to make it palatable for you. I then, for me and my family, add 1 capsule of a ester C, which is a vitamin C. I open up the capsule. I put that powder in there. You could use all kinds of different things. Young Living has a wonderful, several different products that you could put in here. One is Amino Wise that has a lot of amino acids in it. Another one is called Sulfurzyme. So you could put any of those in here. Now, what I'm doing now, you can do with a spoon. I do it with the same spoon I started with, or you could use a little metal whisk. Stir that up. What you're trying to do is get the honey to dissolve thoroughly in that water. Now, I like to shake mine up every once in a while. I don't mean like physically shake it. I just mean like add some flavor to it. So I sometimes will add, Young Living is the only one that I know that is also FDA labeled for ingestion. So I'll put a drop of orange in here, or maybe a drop of citrus fresh, or a drop of grapefruit, maybe lime, maybe lemon. It doesn't matter, any kind of a citrusy, yummy flavor. I might even put a drop of thieves in there if I'm fighting off a little virus or something. Okay, you get it all stirred up, it's all dissolved, and now comes the yummy part, and you just drink it. I love this. So I will drink that down in 2 to 3 swallows. I will have it done in 30 seconds, maybe a minute. My husband likes to sip his over about 10 minutes. It's still a little strong for him. He's just learning about it. He's tolerating all the things I'm telling him he needs to do to be healthy. And so that's it. It's simple. I do this every day, and if I miss a day, I don't sweat it. Maybe if we're on vacation, I don't take my bottle with me on an airplane. If I'm gonna be somewhere for a couple of weeks, I'll buy a bottle while I'm there. I love getting the local honey from wherever I'm visiting while I'm there. And I'm gonna tell you again, this stuff is liquid gold. And so there you have it. It's an easy thing to do. It's a great thing for your immune system. It's good for your digestion. It's good for your innards. It's really good for you. And so I hope you'll take my advice and try it. I want to add one more thing. I did talk to somebody just the other day, it was my brother, who says he uses this differently. He makes a drink with V8 juice. So he puts his apple cider vinegar in V8 juice. I never tried it, but I think that's a good way to flip it around to something if you don't like the citrus and the honey. I think that you could experiment just a little bit, but what I want you to be mindful of is using healthy ingredients, low sodium, unprocessed, organic. Those are your key ingredients. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in another video about things you can do to help your immune system be so strong that COVID, influenza, or any other kind of virus or bacteria does not scare you. Have a good day.